Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the fascinating and often complex world of the British royal family and those connected to it. Today, we're turning our attention to a rather intriguing development concerning the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Despite their significant decision back in 2020 to step away from their roles as senior working members of the royal family, recent reports suggest they've undertaken a rather remarkable restructuring of their personal and professional team. And what makes this particularly noteworthy is that this new organizational setup appears to be deliberately mimicking, or at least closely resembling, the formal hierarchy we see within the very institution they chose to depart from. Before we dive deep into the details of this unexpected move and what it might signify for the couple as they navigate their independent path, do remember to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement truly helps us bring you more in-depth coverage of these captivating stories. Now, let's unpack this. It's been several years since Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made the pivotal announcement that they would be stepping back from their official royal duties, seeking a new life of financial independence and privacy across the Atlantic. This decision, often referred to as Megxit, sent ripples across the globe and fundamentally altered their relationship with the monarchy and the public eye. Since then, they've embarked on various ventures, including major deals with streaming giants and publishing houses, establishing their own foundation, Archewell, and generally carving out a unique space for themselves outside the traditional royal framework. However, the journey hasn't been without its challenges. The couple has faced intense media scrutiny, public debate, and fluctuating levels of popularity on both sides of the pond. It appears that against this backdrop, a significant internal shift has been occurring within their own operational structure. Reports indicate a major overhaul of the team that supports their personal lives and their burgeoning professional endeavors. What's particularly striking, as we mentioned, is the way this new team is organized. Sources reveal that the structure is being set up in a manner that closely mirrors the established, formal hierarchy typically found within the British royal family's households. Think of the different departments, the levels of staff, the specific roles and responsibilities, the kind of system that supports the intricate workings of royal life. For Harry and Meghan to adopt a similar model for their own independent enterprise is, at the very least, an interesting choice. It suggests a need for a level of formality, structure, and perhaps even a degree of separation that parallels the royal system, even though they are no longer bound by its rules and protocols in the traditional sense. This structural reorganization hasn't happened in a vacuum. It has reportedly surfaced just ahead of a highly anticipated commercial venture from the Duke of Sussex himself, expected to be officially launched in the coming months. The timing is crucial, as they prepare to potentially re-enter the public spotlight with new projects, perhaps requiring more public-facing activity or greater interaction with the business world. Having a robust and formally structured team behind them becomes essential. It's about building a solid foundation for future success, much like any significant enterprise would do. The details of this internal restructuring were brought to light by Charlotte Griffiths, the respected editor-at-large of the Mail, on Sunday. Miss Griffiths, who uncovered these plans, shared her insights during an appearance on GB News, offering a fascinating glimpse into the motivations and functions of this new setup. According to her reporting, this revamped system serves a very specific and, for the couple, crucial purpose. It acts as a shield of protection around Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This idea of a shield is quite telling. It implies a need to guard against external pressures or influences, particularly those emanating from the media landscape. Miss Griffiths elaborated on this, shedding light on one of the key drivers behind this protective structure. She revealed that, apparently, Prince Harry has been paying attention to recent public opinion polls, specifically those that measure his popularity. According to these polls, his approval rating in the UK has reportedly fallen significantly, hitting a low point of just 27%. This figure, 27%, is remarkably low for someone who was once one of the most popular and beloved members of the royal family. For Prince Harry, who grew up in the public eye and was accustomed to widespread affection and support, seeing such a number attached to his public perception must be disheartening, to say the least. Miss Griffith stated that sources close to the Duke have indicated that he is indeed upset by these poll results. One source, described as being really close to him, reportedly told her that Prince Harry has come to a realization. He's realized there's nowhere to go but up. This sentiment suggests a difficult moment of introspection and a recognition that his public standing has reached a nadir. It perhaps fuels a determination to improve his image and connect with the public in a more positive way going forward. It is within this context, the upcoming commercial ventures and the impact of negative public polling, that the function of the new faux household, as it's been termed, becomes clearer. Miss Griffiths claimed that a specific and significant benefit of this new structure is that Prince Harry is now effectively shielded from having to read British media altogether. Think about that for a moment. The very news and commentary that might be discussing his poll numbers, his public image, or his recent activities is being filtered away from him. She explained the mechanism. With this new structure, they actually protect him from reading the British tabloids, so they basically read on his behalf the British tabloids. They basically read them on his behalf, she stated during her GB News appearance. This suggests a dedicated team within their organization, whose role includes monitoring media coverage, particularly the more sensational or critical reporting found in some British tabloids. Instead of Prince Harry himself being directly exposed to potentially upsetting or negative articles, these staff members process the information, presumably summarizing or filtering it before presenting it to him, if at all. This creates a deliberate buffer zone between the Duke and the often harsh glare of the tabloid press. And this protective shield extends to the Duchess as well. Miss Griffiths was clear that Meghan Markle takes an even more stringent approach to British media engagement. Meghan does not at all read the British tabloids. She does not engage in British media whatsoever, she claimed. This reinforces the long-held understanding that the Duchess has chosen to distance herself significantly from the UK press, following the intense and often negative coverage she experienced, particularly in the years leading up to and immediately after her marriage to Prince Harry. The new household structure solidifies this boundary for Meghan. Miss Griffiths added, and she's shielded from that by this household. And the point of the new household is this kind of shield, a them that protects them. This reiterates that the primary function of this reorganized and formalized team is to provide a protective barrier, not just for Harry, but for Meghan too. It's a system designed to manage their exposure to negative commentary and potentially distressing news, allowing them to focus on their projects and lives without the constant barrage of criticism or speculation that has characterized much of their media coverage since 2020. Seen through this lens, this revamped organizational system appears to be a highly strategic move on the part of the Duke and Duchess. As they actively prepare to re-enter the public sphere, albeit on their own terms, with a series of new professional and commercial projects, potentially including product launches, further media productions, or other business ventures. They are simultaneously putting in place mechanisms to manage the inevitable media attention that will follow. The goal is clear. While stepping back into the public eye for their work, they are attempting to limit exposure to the very negative press that has consistently followed them since their royal departure. It's a delicate balancing act. They need public visibility and engagement for their commercial success, yet they want to minimize the personal impact of hostile or critical reporting. Setting up a formalized structure that handles media monitoring and filtering is a practical step towards achieving this balance. The choice to mimic the formal hierarchy of the British royal family in setting up their own team is perhaps the most symbolically interesting aspect of this development. It could be interpreted in various ways. Does it suggest a lingering respect for, or perhaps even a need for, the kind of structured support system that the monarchy provides its members? Is it simply the most efficient model they understand for managing complex public lives and numerous projects? Or does it subtly underscore their belief that they are operating on a level that requires a similar degree of organization and formality to a royal house, even if they are no longer part of the official institution? Regardless of the underlying reasons for adopting this specific structure, the function described by Charlotte Griffiths, that of a shield of protection, filtering media exposure, particularly for Prince Harry in response to recent poll numbers, seems to be a significant driver. It highlights the ongoing challenges the couple faces in navigating public opinion and media relations from their independent position. It underscores that even outside the direct constraints of royal life, the pressures of intense public scrutiny remain, necessitating deliberate strategies to manage that environment. The poll numbers themselves serve as a stark reminder of the fluctuating nature of public opinion and the difficulties faced by individuals who transition from highly structured institutional roles to independent public figures. For Prince Harry, who has often spoken about the mental health impacts of media intrusion, putting a system in place to protect himself from potentially damaging coverage is perhaps understandable, particularly if those reports are contributing to his distress over his public image. Similarly, for Meghan, who has been equally, if not more, targeted by negative press, maintaining a strict distance from British media appears to be a fundamental part of her strategy for preserving her well-being and focusing on her chosen path. The new household structure formalizes this personal boundary within their professional operations. In conclusion, the reported restructuring of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's team into a system mirroring the British royal family's hierarchy is a fascinating development. It signals a strategic move ahead of important commercial launches and appears primarily driven by a desire to create a shield of protection against negative media coverage, particularly in light of Prince Harry's reported reaction to recent low poll numbers. This deliberate filtering of information, especially British tabloids, for both the Duke and Duchess, underscores the ongoing challenges they face in balancing public visibility with personal well-being outside the traditional royal framework. It's a clear indication that managing their relationship with the media and public opinion remains a central and actively managed aspect of their independent lives. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the complexities faced by individuals who step away from established institutions and attempt to forge a new path in the public eye. What are your thoughts on this restructuring? Do you see it as a necessary protective measure or something else entirely? Let us know your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video if you found this information insightful. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into royal news and join us for our next update. Thank you for watching.